I've been wanting to do this lightning talk for a while. I just hadn't gotten around to doing it. And I thought when we had Nathan coming in, this would be a perfect opportunity because I could just ride on his coattails, right? Even if I'm so horrible, you have a great speaker just talking about this new fad called DevOps, right? So I wanted to talk briefly about how I try to change culture and fail, but not really. All right? I'll explain. Place I used to work was your classical, old school software development company, waterfall, like software release cycles, right? Every quarter, month, whatever it happened to be. Sometimes the developers are sneaking in, squeezing bug fixes and you wouldn't even know about it. And there was this antagonistic relationship between the developers and the operators, right? It's not healthy. So there's always conflict. The operations folks were not involved in the releases, despite the fact that we had actually offered to participate. We would just be there for moral support, right? Maybe there was something we could contribute, we didn't know, but we wanted to be involved, we wanted to be engaged. We even asked for information. Can you just give us a change log, maybe, so if something does break, we at least have some sort of context. We know where to start looking. And the main conflict was created because the operations team, we were the folks that were on call. So if something broke because of a code deployment, and we didn't have any background or any context, well, the operations staff just throw their hands and say, fuck these developers. Right? I can't get anything done. I can't really be useful here. I'm being woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and they're not. I can't get a hold of them. So fuck it, I'm just going to go back to sleep. And so nothing worked, right? In the event that there was an outage, things like that happen quite often. In reflecting on this, I realized that engaging upper management might be useful to a point, but if you can't solve problems with your peers on your own, going upper management is just going to lead to some level of resentment. It's going to make it even harder to get those things done that you need to with your peers. So how are we going to find a way to influence this? I kept thinking to myself, how are we going to make this happen? I hadn't even heard of DevOps at this point, right? That wasn't even an idea anywhere in the back of my mind. I hadn't heard of it. Interestingly, what we tried to do followed many of the same tenets that Nathan talked about. Sort of evangelize, right? I can talk all I want, please faith it. All right. I can talk all I want. I can complain. I can sit down with people and discuss what would be the right way to do things. Or instead of just talking, I can do, right? So we start doing things. I was that guy that says, let's put a wiki out there with the 15 steps to cover the 20-step deploy program, right?
Which is better than no one.
But it was better than nothing, exactly. If we wanted to automate things, we knew we had to put them on paper, if you will. We had to write them down so we could dissect them and understand what worked and what didn't work, right? The important aspect of that wiki is that anybody could update it. So it wasn't like, hey guys, we got this wiki, you can't touch it. Those are our how-tos, right? We handcrafted those how-tos. No one can fuck with these. I will put in steps 16 through 20. Thank you very much. So we put all our how-to documents in there, simple things that we would actually direct new employees to. This is how maybe you can address an issue if for whatever reason you can't get all the support desks. At this organization, I manage the support desk and the operations staff, so there's a lot going on there. Many design documents that we had to describe a new set of systems we're going to roll out. We put them out there. Even wish lists. Someone said, I would love to have Wi-Fi in the office. Sounds kind of funny, like who doesn't have Wi-Fi in the office? But we didn't. So we didn't want to lose sight of that. Kind of what to what Nathan was saying earlier. In the middle of a post-mortem, you take it up right then and then. It's fresh. When you know that you've got all the information in hand and you're not going to lose any of that content. We had monthly lunch and learns, initially for the developers and operations staff, because I wanted to build these bonds between the two departments. And the great thing about these lunch and learns, not only were lunches paid for, right, and everyone was happy to get a free meal. I got feedback from both sides, the operations folks saying, this is great content developers are working on. And the developers saying, this is awesome, I had no idea that's how that custom load balancing stack worked. Now I'm just happy that I know that. Maybe I'll write some code to help you guys manage it. So that was pretty neat. Then we started presenting to other managers. I realized there are tons of managers that have no idea what even the support desk does every day. They just pick up the phone, they send an email in, they start chatting with someone, and magically their issues are resolved. They don't know how many systems we're managing. They don't know what our support ticket load is like. They don't know, really, there's no transparency into what happens if the support desk can't handle it and it gets escalated to another level. So I just had a couple presentations to some high-level managers say, this is what we do. And almost everyone to a person came out and said, wow, I had no idea. I threw a lot of big numbers up on the screen. Right? It's like kind of a shock and awe campaign, but it had an impact. We started having postmortems because we were having outages. They were blameless. We invited the developers, we invited the support people. We invited everybody, but we made sure the people that were directly involved were there. And of course, product management, because developers need to know if it was broken. Support folks need to know how they might need to address an issue if it comes up again, how they need to communicate with people. Product management people need to know how to talk to the clients, right? Everyone needs to be involved, and everyone's going to have input from their various departments. They know how to deal with the situation when it comes to them. And then I started putting out open air displays of useful information. This is the key here is useful. You got to find something that people care about. I could put up a whole bunch of stats, and saying, hey, look at the CPU load. User, system, wait time, it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Sandy Bridge, and you find something like, what the fuck does that mean, right? So we had to put something out there that was relevant to people. So we started with the support that's active, then a few side metrics. For example, this is a little bit blurry because I took a photo. We didn't have a bunch of 42-inch, 50-inch flat panel TVs, and we didn't have a budget for it. So we scrounged around some loose projectors and started. It was like a fucking light show. Right, we were putting on the wall. We had big, dashboards. This is a Tasio dashboard built on top of the metrics we're pumping into graphite. So while there's some raw stuff in there, like the ticket volume, we had published service levels. That this is what we're going to do to service you, the customer, and we're going to let you know whether or not we're hitting it. This is first thing in the morning, so the load was pretty low. But we wanted people to see this. I want you to see what we're doing, so you don't have to come to me and ask me what we're doing. You can see it anytime you want. This was when we rolled out our load balancing stack. I threw this up there too. This is more shock and awe because no one knew established sockets.
That's almost scary. That was last month's lunch and learn.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly. So the context there, exactly. After we had the lunch and learn, we put these up, and we're like, okay, now I see what you guys are talking about. Now. Why the fuck are there so many sockets at the time? Wait, what is that? What's that about, right? And then we could have user conversation because the information was exposed. All right, and that's a key point here. So the goal here was to encourage responsibility and accountability. You heard Nathan talking about that when it comes to the idea that the ideas behind the DevOps cultural movement. We wanted to encourage responsibility and accountability through our own transparency. This is what I mean by walking the walk. I could say to the developer, you really need to give me this information so I can do my job. It's like, fuck you, I'm already busy doing what I gotta do. I got this, it's released on the 10 months. Okay? I can't help you. I can't be bothered with the right documentation. So, decide to walk the walk. Here's what we do. Here's how well we do it. We're doing really shitty over here, we're doing really well over here. I want you to see all of it. Because at the minimum, you might have some good ideas. You might just be happy that you know. Right? I'm sharing information with you. You might be happy just to know, but you might even have some insight, right? Good ideas come from anywhere. They can come from anywhere. So the reality, when I reflected on this after I left this organization, was I didn't really fail, right? I didn't complete this overarching goal, or I had this huge moment where I did everything I really wanted to do. I had this major transformation at this organization because, as Nathan said, that is something that does require buy-in from the executive level. It requires huge changes throughout the entire organization, and it gets even harder the larger the organization is. But I had started something. Right? I got into people's heads. I changed their ideas of how operations operated. So how operations worked specifically, but in a more general sense, gave people different ideas about how to think, how to work with each other, how to share information, how to get out of their silos and realize that the thing that they're working on does have a larger impact on the business. Right? It's not just, we make sure we don't exhaust the TCP sockets on this load balancer and we can go home. Right? That load balancer is there to serve the site so that people can do whatever they need to do with the applications, right? You are part of this application, this service, this business, right? And everything you do is just as important as the guy sitting next to you, right? So the moral of the story is the journey is the reward, right? I didn't complete everything that I wanted to, but I still learned a lot. Share a lot with people. A lot of people share things with me, and I think I grew as a professional and as a sysadmin. And that was it.